Who's cracking under the pressure in the latest episode of Snowfall? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It's season 1, episode 7. You guessed it. This episode is called Kraken. And yeah, let's get into it. Is this the episode where Snowfall really grabs the bull by the horns and cements itself as this like great show? Well, I mean, I think a season, I think 7 episodes in is hard to do that, but for me, there's nothing so far that has blew me away. Well, I mean, to be fair, back in episode 3, when that went down, I mean, that kind of did blow me away in a whole different element, brother. But we begin with Franklin. He arrives, and essentially, what happens here is he says that some kids threw a basketball through the window. Obviously, we know it wasn't it was the cartel. But then he speaks to Kevin. Kevin's like, right, Franklin. Franklin's like, talk to me about Oakland. So it looks like this episode's going to be centered in Oakland. Gustavo and Lucia get into it. Pedro, he enters and basically sees these two getting it on, and he exits in disgust. He's no happy about his cousin FC. Odale, odale. Rapido, rapido, Gustavo. That's what Lucia's saying, and Pedro, he's no happy man. Teddy and Alejandro are discussing, right, what the fuck is going down here. Alejandro's like, right, well, you know what, Teddy, I didn't really care about the women because you know what? I didn't want the police to find 50 kilos of cocaine and a dead CIA agent in their home. Teddy then states he would have told the truth. Alejandro's like, well, you know what? I didn't want to take the risk. And what he means by that is not in terms of like reveal the whole operation, but Teddy wanted Alejandro to tell him the truth from the beginning, but I understand why he didn't. But then they see a blonde woman exiting Kristen's apartment. So they do a wee bit of information towards this. Julia then leaves a message and is like, right, we've got to meet with Julia at this point. But Teddy, we'll see what he does later on in the episode. But essentially, he begins to realise once he breaks into this like apartment that this woman's building a case. And holy shit, are they going to find that Alejandro is responsible for all these murders? And she's also building a case for the two other women that Alejandro killed that night. So a lot of dead horse. A lot of dead horse. Franklin then is in the back seat of Kevin's station wagon. They're outside shows, and then they get to Oakland. I mean, could they not have dragged this out a bit? It was like a 7 hour drive, and oh look, we leave during the day in where are we? LA, and then we end up in Oakland, and it just like within a click of the fingers, man, it's done. It's gone for. A little bit shit there, if you ask me. Not exactly um ideal. They get there. Then we see the Murder Dubs Devil MC. This just sounds like an absolute shite faction. A shite faction. This just sounds like a shite crew. I mean, the Murder Dub Devils MC. What's that all about? That's not very entertaining, is it? I mean, this just looks like a jobber crew. Obviously, you've got people at the door here. One's called Cabbage, Prospects, all that shite. They're looking for Kevin's cousin, and Kevin's cousin is Devon. Get down, get down, get down. Devon or Devon? I mean, you're obviously watching that much WWE growing up, Devon Dudley. So I'm going to call the guy Devon, because Devon's just a place in England. It's a little bit. There's a little bit shit there, you know what I'm saying? So that's not all that interesting. Devil then calls him Little Joe. Little Joe is the club president, so they have to wait on him. But Franklin decides he's had enough of this, right? I mean, let's put this into perspective. So Kevin has rocked up with Leon and Franklin, right? To meet up with Kevin's cousin, who's in the MC, and they're waiting on a deal to be made with the club fucking president. And what does Franklin do? Essentially, no shows and takes off for the night. I mean, the disrespect on this guy. Is there going to be repercussions? Is there going to be repercussions from the Murder Dub Devils MC? I'm not too sure, but by fuck, I think there should be, big man. So essentially, what Franklin does, he heads out. He ends up walking down the street. We get this flashback um, from back in the day, damn it, back in the day. And it's his dad, his mum, but the building's now abandoned, and he meets this like weird woman. um, what's his name? What's her name? Um, she's just called Junkie, right? Which is pretty fitting, to be honest. Um, Pretty fitting. But they go round the corner. Uh, this guy called Reg meets them. He informs Franklin that the crack he sold was indeed cocaine. Franklin wonders why the coke was so cheap. Reg points out he doesn't cook, he only just moves the product, and he's like, well, you know what? I want to buy everything. Take me to the guy that makes it. They'll head round there soon. Um, Lucy is then confronted by Pedro. Pedro's like, are you fucking him? Are you fucking Gustavo? Why are you giving him so many percentage points, SA? And then, of course, she's like, no. Straight up lies about it. And obviously he's seen them doing it, so there is no excuses at the end of the day. She knows that he did it. Franklin then heads round. He meets this guy called Swim. There's another cook, Angelico, and essentially what's happened here, Franklin's like, you know what? Use every drop of cocaine and convert it into crack. So, crack cocaine. You get cocaine, then you get crack, and all these people want to be taking the crack. So Franklin, I mean, is this going to be beneficial for him compared to the deal he could have made with the club president? I mean, probably. I'm not going to sit here and dispute that, but he still left them high and dry, didn't he? Reed Thompson and Victoria leave together at the police station. That's Teddy's fake name here. He's like, yeah, I know your sister. What's going to happen here? Is Teddy going to kill her? Probably. Although I could imagine Alejandro being the one to do it. Pedro's in at his father's. He's like, Ramiro, we got something to talk about, they say. So, is he going to say we can't trust Gustavo? See, this Pedro guy, he has a season 1 finale death written all over him. Franklin returns to the clubhouse. They then go back to LA. He's like, you know what? We are going to sell crack, my friends, and we're going to make a lot of money. So let's leave all the hell way out of here. But yeah, the Murder Dub Devils, they got completely blown out here by Franklin. But could it be the right decision in the end? Potentially. I'll give the episode a 6 out of 10. It was no bad. But until next time, peace.